Hi, everybody. Alan Warren here, the RV Wingman. Today is Saturday, January the 20th. And I want to jump on here real quick and ask for your help. I've been doing that a lot lately, but I am a news listener, a news watcher, a news reader. I love to keep up with what's going on in the news so I can get my brain wrapped around certain things. And every once in a while, it seems like more often than not lately, I see these stories that are completely opposite. And the reason I'm doing today's video is because I'm going to talk about just that. Look at the story I saw. One of the websites I go to is called The Drudge Report. I just scan it. Look what the headline was. Stocks all-time high. House sales slowest in 29 years. What do that mean? Stocks all-time high. The stock market, if that's all you're looking at, the stock market is soaring. It is. It's higher than it's ever been before. Yet, literally, the next line says house sales slowest in 29 years. If you just looked at the stocks and the stock market, you'd think that the economy was going great guns, wouldn't you? I mean, then if you look at house sales slowest in 29 years, does that mean the economy's good or bad? I know I am not I don't have an academic pedigree like a lot of people do, but I want to think that I have a little bit of common sense. These two things seem like they're polar opposite. And then I'm going, wait a minute. I saw a story yesterday about the RV business, and it's the same kind of a thing. This was in RV Business. I'm going to read it real quick. It says about the Tampa show, which concludes tomorrow, I guess. It says Brisk business reported despite rain at Tampa Super Show. This is by Gary Gerard, RV Business. This is super, super positive. It says while Thursday's weather was far from spectacular during the Florida RV Super Show, representatives of manufacturers reported engaged consumers, solid traffic, and energetic sales. Quote, honestly, I've been doing the show now for 17 years, and this is my 5th year here with Travel Light. It's been a phenomenal display. Traffic has been amazing, said Ryan Rebar, CEO of Syracuse, Indiana-based Travel Light RV. The amount of truck camper business I've seen here is better than any time I've ever been at this show. Isn't that great? It says he added travel trailer business also was lively. The customers are buying. It's really nice. I'm actually really excited about this show, end quote. Man, that sounds great. Do you believe that? Seriously, do you believe that sales are good? I'm going to continue to read some more of this, but if you think that sales are good, brisk, and great, type 1 in the comments below. If you think that this is spin, type 2. It continues. It says, even so, consumers were shoulder to shoulder in the display occupied by Goshen, Indiana-based Brinkley. Brinkley is very, very popular, as most of you RVers know right now. 3 of the company's founders, Bill so-and-so, Nate so-and-so, and Ryan so-and-so, were helping staff the booth, and they noted, too, that they were doing brisk business. What are they actually buying? There's a big difference between shoulder-to-shoulder traffic of people. I call them whistling gophers. How much that one go for? People that are whistling gophers and people that actually close on a deal and buy an RV. If you think this is smoke, type 1. If you think that this is or if you think this is the real deal, type 1. If you think that this is smoke and spin, type 2. It says FRVTA, which is Florida Recreational Vehicle Trade Association Executive Director Dave Kelly, said attendance on Thursday was 15,915, down a bit from last year's, a mere 1.5%. But Kelly was quick to confirm the sentiment of those running the display, saying, quote, great business is being done. In a press release today, Kelly said the show opened to huge crowds waiting at the gates. But does that translate into sales? I know you got to have people to make the sales, but man, it sounds like everything's good. Maybe they live in a different universe than I do. I'm going to end with this. As booth exhibitors were busy from opening to closing. Many reported strong sales unlike any other year. That's booth exhibitors. I just wonder how many RVs are actually going to be sold and closed. There's a big difference between deals that are written up and deals that are closed. So if that is the way it really is, if you think sales are good, brisk, and great, and people are buying, type 1. If you think it's spin, type 2. But on the same day, this was yesterday. On the same day, in my same Google News feed, I get this one. It goes from positive to Airstream makes difficult decision to lay off employees. This is from Sydney Daily News in Ohio. It says the 2024 year began on a somber note for Airstream as the company laid off 150 employees on January 12th. Happy New Year, everybody. You're fired. Quote, we can confirm that 150 Airstream associates were laid off on Friday, January 12th, said Bob Wheeler, Airstream President CEO. Quote, this was an incredibly difficult decision, one that has ripple effects well beyond the walls of our manufacturing facilities. For the last several years, we've been able to add many jobs. We love that. And we hate it in times like these when we need to reduce the workforce. It's not something we take lightly. And we pulled every lever we had over the preceding months trying to avoid a layoff like this. Wheeler doesn't know how long the layoffs will last. Well, let's see. How long do you think they're going to last? He continues, he said that he explained why the layoffs were necessary. After several years of overwhelming demand driven by pandemic-induced lifestyle changes, the RV industry has been returning to the levels we saw pre-pandemic. That trend means more inventory at our dealerships, which in turn requires reduced production rates, said Wheeler. To maintain our production schedule at 40 hours per week, we made the difficult decision to undertake this layoff as we recalibrate and adjust to the new normal. So the new normal is the old normal from 2019. Is that the way you hear it? That's the way I hear it. Do you think that they're going to ever return to the COVID sales? I mean, unless, I don't know, disease X that they're talking about, interest rates drop down to 2%, 3% like they were back during the pandemic. Do you think that's going to happen? Here's the deal. If you think that the layoffs at Airstream are temporary, just temporary, type 3. If you think that they're more likely to be permanent, type 4 in the comments below. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Don't want to go on too long today. I do hope that you are warm wherever you are. It's cold down here in Texas. It's even colder up in Iowa and Chicago where I was last week. But again, I hope you guys are warm, safe, and you're having a good weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being a part of my campfire community. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home. Have a good rest of your weekend.